all you Scorpios. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for Scorpio for February 2019. What is this all about? Well, there are three things that I want to talk about. First of all, there's no eclipses in February, so on a general level, it's less eventful, it's a bit smoother, it's a bit gentler. And what is going on for the Scorpio? As I said, three things I want to talk about. Let's start with the nice energy there with Venus coming into Capricorn and that place of your third house suiting that up, so to speak. You have Saturn and Pluto in your third house for quite a while now, and these are tough planets, and the third house is about the way you think, the way you communicate. So it could have been quite difficult lately with maybe thinking a bit too negative, or I mean, don't we all do that every now and then, but certainly with Saturn there, or being a bit too strict and too rigid in the way that we think. Now Venus coming in means it's going to smooth things out. It's very good for your communication. You could be getting very lovely, loving but deep committed messages. Either you be telling them to other people or the other way around, because Venus and Saturn together is very committed energy. Serious energy, yes, but very committed and very serious and very deep. And I think Scorpios like that, you know, if it's going deep. And in general, on a communication level, you could be just communicating easier or thinking more about how to communicate in a loving way, or receiving gentler messages. I mean, whether it is on telephone or whatever. Another thing that is going on is Mars conjoining with Uranus in your 6th house. Now, this is around the 12th, 13th and the 14th, but it's energy for the first 2 weeks of the month. Now, if you're one of those Scorpios that wants to change jobs for a long time and you haven't been finding the courage, it's the time now. Be sure that you might burn some ships there, because Mars and Uranus means that you want to free yourself up. And the 6th house could be work. It could be other things as well. I'll get there in a minute. But if it is work, be sure that your actions will have reactions, of course. And but I think it's now a time to have that courage and to implement what you need to implement. But it could mean that there is something sudden happening at the work level that you say, this is enough. I'm not dealing with this anymore. And that's not a negative thing at all. You only have to prepare yourself for the consequences. And you do have time now. Certainly if you look these videos in January already, you have a couple of weeks between now and the 12th of February to prepare yourself for that. If it's not work, if you say, Veerle, I'm not working anymore, then it could be on a health level, that there is all of a sudden something that you're going to do about your health. So it could be anything basically, but there is some new action that you can do, and that is quite changing. So use it in a good way. Maybe you want to have a new habit that is quite making a breakthrough in your life. Why not? You know, whether it is exercising or doing something on your diet or whatever. So it could be that as well. Or the 6th house is also pets. So it could be that you're buying a new pet and it's a bit of a rebel because of the Mars Uranus there. But again, this is very short energy, so you'll be fine. And last but not least, you have a lot of energy going on in your 5th house with Mercury there. It conjoins with Neptune, it squares up to Jupiter, and it will be going retrograde next month. So a lot of Piscean mercurial energy going on in your 5th house. Now, you are, I mean, it's happening in Pisces and you are a Scorpio, that energy goes well together. So I don't think it's going to be that much of a difficulty, because the challenging side of this Mercury-Neptune thing is confusion. So if there is confusion around a hobby, around a creative project, around the lover, around the child. Make sure that you're not trying to control it too much, because it won't be possible. And the clarity will come around the end of March and onwards. So try to be patient. If there is, for instance, a child that you don't know what they're doing and you're trying to find it out, and you may do all those things trying to find out, but the thing is with this energy, it's very fluffy, it's very foggy, and things need to unfold there. So be aware that the clarity will come. And but on a very positive level, this could mean that you're getting very creative, maybe with music, maybe with you know, or even artistic, writing poems or whatever, with this energy. It's so creative. It's such a creative energy to have. Or you could fall very deeply for someone. If that is the case, again, be aware that you're not seeing everything, and consciously or unconsciously. So keep the feet on the ground, you dear Scorpios, and you will be well. If you're meeting someone new, the things that you're seeing, be aware that there's more to come, and that you will have the full clarity at the end of March. Having said that, I think it's quite an interesting month for you. I think it's not a bad month at all, in general, of course. And if you want a personal reading, just get in touch. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.